cities. When God says this to Jonah, when he shows up and says this, hey, go to Nineveh, I don't know what verse it is, we're going to look at it. Verse 2, go to the great city of Nineveh. I don't think he's just talking numerically. I think he's like, hey, go to that big city. I think he's talking about value. I really love him. We know that because at the end of the book, Jonah's mad that God has saved Nineveh, and God says, hey, am I wrong for having compassion on that great city? Am I wrong for being moved by loving this great city? The church has always moved towards cities. If you look at the Apostle Paul in the New Testament, where does he go? Philippi, Corinth, Ephesus, Antioch, Rome. What are those? Major cities. In the early church, Rodney Stark, the historian, talks about when the plague hit Rome. You remember Marcus Aurelius? This was the plague that killed him. The plague hits Rome, and Marcus Aurelius is like, man, they're carrying bodies out of the city in wagons. It's super bad. A few years later, another plague hits. There's a famous doctor named Galen the physician. He's like, I'm out. Like, I'm going to wait till this thing passes. You know who didn't leave? Christians. They nursed the sick back to health. They ran into the city. This has always been the testimony of Christians. We are people of the city. Why? Because people are in the city, and people matter. I don't know if you're old. I assume you're not, but I'm old. And I remember this event called 9/11. I remember exactly where I was on 9/11. My best friend had just come back from getting x-rays because he fell off his bed. He had an Empire State Building statue with King Kong on it. He fell off his bed onto that statue and got the top of the Empire Building stuck in his leg. He went to the doctors. We thought that was hilarious. He comes back from the doctors and said the Twin Towers fell. I remember just like, what? Like, I didn't have a category. I was like, huh? You know what happened, though, in the aftermath, in the weeks following September 11th? Nobody mourned the loss of architecture. Nobody mourned, like, those are such beautiful buildings. This is such a tragedy. No, we mourned the thousands of lives lost. We instinctively and intuitively know people matter. And people congregate in cities, and God loves cities. It says, head to the cities. Now, when I say this, I've taught this a lot in many different places. I inevitably get two pieces of pushback. You're saying nature doesn't matter? No. Frank Lloyd Wright famously said New York City is a city designed for people who hate the sky. And that's not good for your soul. Everyone's like, I love Northeasterners. They're so direct. I just got back from the Northeast. I'm from the Northeast. It's not nice. It's not fun. Like, I just had to say, oh, it's so good to be back. Like, when I was just in Concord, New Hampshire, and I had to get the boys. I was looking for, like, New Hampshire shirts. And so I was like, I don't know where to buy New Hampshire. So I'm like, hey, excuse me. Oh, never mind. It's fine. I didn't need anything. Hey, excuse me. Do you know where I can get, like, shirts that just say, like, New Hampshire or Concord? No. Appreciate your honesty. Hey, do you know where I can get New Hampshire shirt? Try Hooksett. What? Like, is that a store? No, it's a city 45 minutes away. And it's like, yeah, this is terrible. Why are they so mean? There's less nature. We were made, like, touch some grass, folks. Nature is a way that we can experience God's unconditional kindness. And that's actually the end of the book of Jonah. Jonah's really upset. He's drained. He's angry that God's been kind to people that don't deserve it. And what does God do? He gives him a tree. And what does it do? It calms Jonah down. You think I'm making that up? Read chapter 4. That's not in the kids' books. But Jonah is suicidal. He wants to die. And God's like, hey, touch grass. Go outside. It's going to be okay. So I'm not anti-nature. We need to have a relationship with nature. The other thing that happens is like, wait a minute. I'm from Centralia, man. I'm from Rochefort. I'm from Boonville. I'm from Millersburg. You saying those places don't matter? Absolutely not. Why? Anywhere there's people, it matters. People matter to God. And do you think you would be here if I went to Millersburg? That's a town, right? You are looking like that's not a town. Yeah, but because we're in Columbia, we have impact beyond Columbia. Why? Because in mid-Missouri, where do all roads lead? Not Millersburg. All roads lead to Columbia. And God really, really, really loves Columbia. And he really, really loves Rocheport. Because there's a beautiful restaurant there right off the trail. And it's wonderful. Who wouldn't love that? Anywhere there's people, the church needs to go. So I want